Hey everyone, so this video is about the book Captivology, The Science of Capturing People's Attention, written by Ben Parr. And just as the name of the book suggests, it just talks about how to get people's attention and how to, just captivate them, right? So this book, I would say it's a pretty good book if you're interested in learning about how we get people's attention or how to captivate people's attention. Then yeah, check out this book. Now, a lot of what he talks about, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a portion of what he talks about is taken from Robert Cialdini's book, Influence. And Influence is a really good book written by Robert Cialdini, who's a PhD in psychology. And basically, he just talks about how we how we're influenced through our cognitive biases. So we all kind of think the same as humans. We all have different heuristics, but more or less it's the same sort of way of thinking, the process of thinking. And so basically he just talks about the things that influence us into making certain decisions. Now this book is more of the beginning part, how to even get someone's attention. So it's somewhat similar, but a little bit different. So this is kind of a business psychology book. So if you're interested, check out the book. There's a link down below. And yeah, so basically I'm going to share with you 5 things that I thought were very interesting in this book. Now, but before that, I just want to talk about the breakdown of this book. So this book actually breaks down the different ways that we captivate people's attention, and the different chapters are based off of that. And so one is the automaticity trigger, another is framing, disruption, reward, reputation, mystery, and the last is acknowledgement. And so those are just kind of the breakdown of how we captivate people's attention. And so here are the 5 things that I found interesting in this book, though. So number 1 is that we are attracted to the color red. And so that kind of comes from an evolutionary standpoint, because a long time ago, when we had no buildings, no technology, no cars, no nothing. Basically, we were hunter-gatherers. And so when we're out foraging for food, berries are the color red. And so when we are out looking for food, we needed to see, or it would be highly advantageous if we were able to see the color red. And so if we were able to see the color red, we'd be able to pick up on the berries and, eat them. And so that's why we are so attracted to the color red. And so maybe this is why stop signs or traffic light stop signs are red, and possibly even why Coca-Cola is so successful, because of their logo, right? So, but yeah, that was the first thing. We're very attracted to the color red. The second thing is that repetition is key to continually capturing people's attention. And this is exactly why Starbucks, Burger King, McDonald's, any sort of big franchise, they all try to keep the same sort of environment. So the products that you buy or the food that you buy is the same taste, same sort of, and the environment is the same. So the benches or the chairs or the tables, they all kind of are the same. And for the reason is that repetition is key. So if for someone who doesn't know what Starbucks is or has never been, they want to see the same logo over and over again. And over time, that's what kind of gets them to like Starbucks or whatever, or these big brands. It's familiarity. So the repetition then leads to familiarity, and with familiarity, we're more likely to go in and become a customer, because we only do business with things or with those that we like. We don't really like to do business with people who we don't like or unfamiliar with. So yeah, the second thing is repetition. The third is to have a simple message. So whenever you're trying to convey or get people's attention, you want to convey a simple message. And the whole purpose of conveying a simple message is that people actually don't have the time or have the brain power to try to decipher big messages. If your message is simple, it's much easier to follow. And because it's much easier to follow, your brain doesn't need to spend too much brain power on trying to figure out what this person's trying to say, and thus you are more captivating. The next is reputation. So your reputation, this kind of goes along with repetition. So reputation is more or less, if the person likes you, they're going to do business with you, or they're going to listen to you, and or your reputation kind of precedes what you, or it influences the person's decision on whether or not they want to listen to you based off of, you know, what others say about you, or how you look, or how you present yourself, you know. So reputation was, I think that's pretty common, but this book just kind of reiterates that point. But yeah, reputation was pretty, I thought that was an interesting point again. And the last thing, number 5, is mystery. So there's a whole chapter dedicated to mystery, and basically the question is, why are we always so intrigued by mystery? So if there's, example, an open-ended question that kind of leaves you hanging, why are we so drawn to that? Well, it's just human nature. We just don't like open-ended things. We like things that start and things that finish. And this is exactly why a lot of dramas, they end with a cliffhanger. It just kind of leaves you hanging, right? It just give there's that little sense of mystery, and then because there's that sense of mystery, you're just kind of intrigued, you're hooked, you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? So yeah, mystery is one of the biggest ways to captivate people's attention. All right, so those are the 5 ways that or the 5 things that I thought were very interesting in this book. And yeah, thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you want notifications of future videos that I do. Check out my website at www.bookstakeaway.com. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.